Hi everyone. One issue that's on everyone's mind is our current national budget situation and how to solve our issues and move forward positively. And today you practically can't turn on the television without hearing that we can't raise taxes on wealthy individuals without hurting the job creators. And I have some information and an example to share with you all today that will show, I think fairly clearly, that this is just propaganda that's meant to scare people. The message that's being sent here is that everyday individuals need to pipe down and be quiet, or otherwise they may not have a job. The first part of this myth that we need to debunk is the fact that not everyone who has an income in the top tax bracket even creates jobs. There are folks who simply go to work and earn a salary at that level. But for the sake of argument, let's say we are talking about small business owners. The top tax bracket of 35% begins with taxable income of $379,151. So if you have a small business owner who's married and has 2 children who has a taxable income of $450,000, then that individual would have a take-home pay monthly of $23,114. If we were to increase the top tax rate on income over the $379,151,000 to 39.6%, which is what it was during the Clinton administration, the last time we had a balanced budget, this individual would be earning $22,842 a month, a difference of only $272. Now, if anyone suggests that someone cannot get by on $22,842 a month, then I would say that individual has a spending problem and not a revenue problem. That amount of money is what a single individual making $30,000 a year takes home after taxes for the entire year. Now, if this weren't bad enough to suggest that this is somehow going to create job loss to raise the tax on these wealthy individuals a mere 4.6%, what we're seeing now is that some proposals are actually to cut taxes on the folks making these higher amounts of money. For example, the Ryan budget plan suggested that we need to cut taxes back to 25% on individuals making more than $379,151. And so this individual in our example, the small business owner making $450,000, would get just over $7,000 a year extra in take-home income. But that isn't even close to enough to create even one full-time minimum wage job. So you might ask yourself, well, why then are people saying that this is for job creation? Well, I would say it's to make it sound good and to make it something that people will accept. But the reality, I think, is that many of these individuals who are arguing for this simply want to fill their campaign coffers, because while that's not enough to create a job, over a couple of years, you have an individual who has $14,000 in extra income. They are then in a position to be donors to political campaigns. In 2010, the maximum donation that an individual could give to a federal campaign was $4,800. And so this particular business owner would be in a position to donate the maximum to a couple of campaigns and have a significant amount of money left over. And this is just not right, that essentially what could be money that's used to improve the country, taxpayer dollars, are being used in this way. And the IRS recently released a study that said that in 2009, just under 1,500 millionaires paid absolutely no taxes whatsoever because of all the deductions, exemptions, and loopholes that they were able to take advantage of. And this is just reprehensible. It's not right that everyday working people, whether it's an administrative assistant, someone working as a cashier, someone working as a pipe fitter or a plumber, all of these individuals paid more taxes than these millionaires. And that's not right, and it's got to change. There are real job creators in this country, but they're not who some of our elected leaders would like to suggest to you that they are. The American people are the job creators. Businesses and corporations are not charitable institutions. They're not creating jobs out of the goodness of their heart. They're creating them because American people buy their goods and services, which gives them profits with which they can create jobs and grow their business. And so we do need to protect job creators, but the job creators are each and every one of you, the people of this country. We need new and better leadership in Washington. We need folks who understand that we need jobs, we need tax reforms, and we need to find the bloated areas in the budget and cut that bloat. And so I hope all of you will join with me in holding our leaders accountable to these principles and ideals. And the next time someone tries to tell you that we can't raise taxes on the wealthy because it'll hurt job creators, do not believe it.